thing here. Alright, well, I hope you guys can hear me. It said reconnecting, so...
You've reached the Mid-Columbia Center for Living. This is a bilingual message.
Para escuchar este mensaje en español, marque el número 7.
Our office is currently closed. If this is an emergency, please hang up and dial 911.
Holy
If you
shit.
are having a mental health crisis, press 1. If you know your party's extension, you may enter it.
Hopefully I have to play this in 2 parts.
Mid-Columbia Center for Living. My name is Alice. How can I help you?
Yeah, I need to get a hold of Dan. I'm having a pretty screwed up situation here in Hood River.
Okay, gotcha. Wonderful. I am very good. I'm glad that you're reaching out. Yes, what I can do here, I'll just start off by gathering a little bit of information here from you, and then we can go from there, okay?
Alright.
Okay, thank you. And may I please start off here by having your name?
Sean. Sean Schwartz.
Thank you. And Sean, do you spell that S-H-A-W-N?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Both these ladies talk a lot different than Dan
And then last
does.
name is that S-C-H-W-A-R-T, Z as in zebra.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. And then may I also please have your phone number in case we get disconnected?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, okay. And is it okay to leave voicemails with that number if needed?
Yes, ma'am. The problem is I've been making calls for months now to all of you guys, and I'm just getting bounced around. I can't take care of myself. I don't know how better to explain that. I am being victimized because I can't take care of myself. I don't have family who cares. I get disability, but my disability is getting taken away because I can't take care of the things that I need to take care of in order to maintain it. I literally cannot take care of myself.
I hear that. Gosh, again, I'm really glad that you're here reaching out and definitely want to see how we
She's
can
gonna
help
say
out.
that shit a lot. Basically, she's bored with her fucking job.
Okay, and then you were, hoping to speak with Dan, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Very professional, but not listening too
Your
good.
counselor?
The crisis, Dan, not Dan Vasquez.
Okay, gotcha. Geez, unfortunately, I don't have Dan available at the moment, but what I can do here, we do have counselors available on the line. I can definitely get you on the line with one of our counselors. We can see how we can help out, or how we can get in touch with Dan if needed.
Yes, ma'am.
Alright, so this thing actually goes on for quite a while.
Right, I get you right on over. May I please have your gender and date of birth?
I'm a male, and my date of birth is October 18th, 1980.
Okay, thank you. And may I also have an address for you?
I don't have an address. I'm homeless. I was forced into homelessness.
Just shortly here, there's gonna be a long while where I'm waiting.
I think you mentioned that you are located in Hood River, is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Both of my electronics are about to die, so I gotta end
Do you
this.
currently have any health insurance coverage?
Through Nebraska.
Okay. And then are you you in any special programs that you know of, like the APS program or anything like that?
No, ma'am, I'm not in anything. I need help with all of that, and I don't have any help. I've been doing this myself for 6 years. I've had to go to alcoholics and drug addicts for help because the people who run all these services just refer me to another service to refer me to another service. I'm tired of getting referred to other services while I'm out here on the streets being abused.
Of your reaching out and help out what we can do for you. So I do just have 3 last questions here for you, Sean. Can I ask, are you in any immediate danger?
Ma'am, I'm always in immediate danger. That's one of the major issues that's not being followed.
And can I ask any thoughts about harming yourself?
No, and no thoughts of harming others either.
Okay.
Alright, we'll pause it here. It's at 5 minutes and 57 seconds. And it's 52 minutes and 47 seconds long. The reason I'm pausing it and shutting off this video is because both of my electronics are almost out of charge, so I gotta turn on my vehicle and waste some more gasoline to try to make sure that they're charged. You know, I'm making an honest effort. It's just, how am I supposed to do anything in this? I've got some cardboard in here. I figured I'd go camping and make myself a boat, try to get my brain off of this shit for just a little bit of time. That ain't happening. It's always the same shit. Those last 3 questions, those are trick questions. If you answer them, well, you need to think twice about answering them honestly if you are suicidal, if you are thinking about harming yourself or others, because they will come and arrest you. They will come and put you in a nuthatch. They will give you the drugs in an injection. They will call you mentally ill and say you have suicidal ideations. And then magically, the people who were predatory towards you to the point that you wanted your life to end, magically win from there on in forever and ever and ever. Amen. That's the problem with the suicidal ideations. They want to know very specific stuff that allows them to victimize you. These are the questions that allow them to take your money and spend money on stupid shit. Stupid shit that is not necessary. While they should be investigating the crimes committed against the victim, instead they're busy locking the victims up and calling them mentally ill. Oh, America is such a beautiful place. We don't have actual crimes. Poor people, oh, nobody would ever actually commit a crime against a poor person. Really? Because I've seen how it really is. You victimize the poor because they don't have the money for a civil lawyer. That's what it all comes down to, ain't it? Anybody who ain't got the money for a civil lawyer, it's okay to target. Because cops don't give a fuck about anybody who ain't got the money for a civil lawyer. You don't have to, because the cops aren't going to do their job if they don't think you got the money for a civil lawyer. Or maybe an aunt or an uncle who might have money for a civil lawyer. If you homeless on the streets and you got family that's got that kind of money and they're letting you stay out there on the street, shit, they'll let you starve to death. If people are going to let you starve to death, what the hell makes you think they're going to invest any money in a goddamn lawyer? That's another thing that pisses me off. My dad ain't going to help with this shit. He let me know that right from the fucking start. He told me he would, and then when I got there, he changed the rules. Well, that's my dad for you. Come to be expected, huh? This is really what life is like when you're poor. People can victimize you and play victim, and there's not a goddamn thing you can do about it unless somebody actually gives a shit. But you can't make people give a shit. There's a lot of people who claim that they gave a shit, and in the end showed me that they didn't. Anyway, this thing has a bit more charge than the other, because I was recording that on my iPad thingy, or not my iPad thingy, my tablet thing. Man, just thinking about that thing, it reminds me that I got that iPad as well that's got evidence, and it's hooked up to an account, and it needs, well, I need to find somebody to help me with that. I need to find very specifically Katie and David Saltzman. They're the ones who sent it to me, but they're missing right now. Also, Gabriel Plunkett, his dad is missing. He's been missing since around Christmas time of last year. His family thinks he might be dead. Well, you guys got to hear what Mandy Singer said about the situation. When our people go missing, nobody listens. The cops won't even take our report. And I tell you these things, I want you to imagine if the cops treated you that way. The way that you treat the homeless, the way that they treat the homeless. Imagine that was you. Imagine going to your bed at night. We're not even imagining you being homeless. We're imagining you being in bed at night at your own house. And the cops come in and give you a really super expensive ticket and 60 hours of community service because you used the blanket. That's right, that's called urban camping. And it doesn't even have to be a blanket. Anyway, as far as having a place to go or a place to stay, looks like everything went to the wayside. That's the way life goes. Good to be radio. Thanks for coming to visit. Stay out of trouble or don't get caught. Remember, you are your brother's keeper and no victim left behind.